Ah, evening, ladies and gents. Whoever's with us, anyway. Right, we've had some minor stream upgrades, you might notice. Let's get. It's not quite the right angle, is it? That's better. That's better. That's better, isn't it? Make sure everything's as it should be. Hoping it is. The main thing, I want to see if there's any lag, like camera lag. I think that's looking pretty swish. And what do you reckon? Do you reckon that's better quality than it was previously? That's the real question. I kind of want to know the answer to. And I need to find like the sort of opportune angle as well. So we're kind of having a bit of a stream test today. And I'm hoping that this is going to be like the new look of the channel. May just look a bit crisper and, you know, the camera looks a bit nicer. Nothing too drastic, you know, not like a drastic overhaul or anything, but certainly I think it's made a difference. Yeah, that looks nice, man, doesn't it? Zoomed right in. Can see all the detail, the eyes and everything. You never used to be able to see that on the stream, could you? Like, you couldn't see it as much. Yeah, look. Check that out, man. You see right into his little beady eyes now, so you guys can actually see what I'm doing proper. Chuffed with that. Let's get a bot on the go. And, what's that? We got any early birds with us yet? Or is it me, myself, and I reckon. But yeah, so we're going to be doing some freehand today, which I'm not very good at, if I'm brutally honest. In my painting career, I've found many ways to kind of get away with stuff, but freehand, like, there's no escape, is there? I mean, I'm just going to have to just go at it. And try my best. And try not to go too insane. Of course, we are also on we're also on whatchamacallit, on YouTube as well. So if you guys Gotti, mate. Speaking of. Yeah, got you, mate. But got you, mate. If you want to do me a favour and just kind of keep it rolling, or if you're still on the Orcs server, I mean, if I'm streaming on YouTube now, I mean, a lot of those guys on the Orcs server, they're not really Twitch people, are they? They're more YouTube. So maybe I should start posting some stuff in there. And I am painting orcs today, but it's probably going to be the last time I'm painting orcs for a while. But it'd be cool if you could just leave the stream, the YouTube stream running in the background, actually, mate. That would help me out a little bit. I said, so we're going to be, things might be a little bit all over the place. It's going Colossus. Things might be a little bit all over the place today as we're testing new stuff out. But Colossus, as a you know, as a regular to the channel, obviously, do you reckon the camera like is looking clearer, basically? The main camera. I think that's looking much better, right? You can see like everything, but even his eye. And like before, you know, I'd struggle to kind of show like all the details properly on the stream, and like it's quite simple. All it was is I changed, I went on to Mitch's stream, and I've been using Droid Cam for the past 3 years, and I looked at Mitch's stream and I was like, mate, you're using a DSLR, like, man, it looks fucking, your streams looking really crisp. And he was like, nah, mate, I've started using like i4 or IV like cam or whatever, and I was like, so I checked it out, and as you can see, man, the results, you know, the proofs in the pudding, look, that is much, much crisper, isn't it? Like way better than it was before. But you can see everything. Also, I've rearranged the desk as well, so that I've got like a proper light beaming straight down, so I don't have to just use the phone light, which is what I've been doing for the past 3 years. So I've had quite a significant stream upgrade, which you guys, you know, are feeling the benefits of, but you can't see, you know, what's been going on behind the screen. You know, just setting up the monitor arms and stuff was a pain in the ass, because like this desk is not the most expensive, shall we say, and it's got like funny bits of metal underneath, so like the monitor arm didn't have anywhere to grab onto. But like, you know, that's probably not the most exciting conversation you're going to hear today, is it? Me talking about monitor arms. What should we talk about? I knew that was running out. Son of a bitch. Start the stream and my vape runs straight out. Is it going a quick tick? Right. Freehand. Right, this guy is not going to get any freehand. No. This guy's not going to get any freehand, because basically I've, you know, after speaking to the bloke, like, you know, they're all on different stages of their like Khorne and Chaos journey, and to me this guy just looks like he's just rocked up to the warband, and he doesn't care that like they're all red and weird colours and stuff, and he's like, oh yeah, I'll join you guys, right? So this guy I'm gonna put over to one side for now. Oh shit. RTB 01 down. So I'm going to put him to one side. Need my paints as well. And I've kind of been trying to tidy up a bit, but I'm going to need another like sort of paint rack or something. I'm trying to work out what colours I want to go with for what? Kind of want to go. I need to work out what kind of colours I'm going to be using for. And try, you know, maybe try and do some glowing chaos symbols on the armour and stuff, or on the skin, perhaps. I really need to pack and store these paints properly. You know, I could have done this before the stream, couldn't I? You know. Really, get out of it, shitty Games Workshop paints. Found these two paints, look, just roaming around the bottom, like on the floor somewhere, and look at them, unopened, and just split to fuck. There we go. No surprise there. Oh, thanks for that, Gotti. I would have thought you would have been loving the orcs, Gotti, not firing missiles at them. We're just going to be going into meme attack now, are we? Right, does anyone got any like ingenious racking, small racking systems? Oh, Mitch, you'd be the person to speak to about that. Like, you know, like a sort of desktop size paint rack. I've already got a oh yeah, Mitch, that's you know, the fact it's looking crisp is all down to you, mate. So I am forever in your debt, sir. Oh, I'm gonna need that now. Looks way better, doesn't it? Look, it really does. You know what we're going to do? I'm going to paint this tiny little bit here and get it stuck on so it doesn't fall off. Right, and don't lose it. And then we're going to crack on with a freehand. This is... Actually, let's stick it on first. Normally I wouldn't use super glue on plastic, but I don't want to muck about waiting for it to dry today, or for the poly cement to set. There we go, that's the missing one there. Right, for whatever reason this guy's missing an armour panel. Normally I would say that like gluing plastic with super glue, unless it's a temporary stick, is like tantamount to sacrilege, you know? Oh no, look, he's missing a thing there, look. That guy is missing a shoulder pad for some reason, so I'm gonna have to dig that out. Man, seriously. Yeah, man, people might not know it's me. There's plenty of, you know, the internet is awash with people from Games Workshop, or people from Portsmouth painting Games Workshop, mate. In my unique, no-nonsense approach, man. So yeah, just in case you didn't realise. I said I'm really hoping that this is the absolute last time, apart from packing these up, that I'm going to have to look at them. Because I can't really take any like beauty shots of them, because the guy doesn't want the client, or whatever you want to call him, he doesn't want them based. So I'm never going to see these models in their final form, which is a real shame after the trials and tribulations we've been through with these. As you all know, this commission has really taken it out of me. Really taken it out of me, chaps. Like, just really, like, you know, that hobby. What's the word? What's the word? And this is going to be the word. I'm going back to old school here. Look, this is how I used to undercoat when I was like 12 years old, back in the 90s. I can't be bothered to run down the shed and spray up a tiny little panel like that. So yeah, we'll do it the old-fashioned way, man. We'll just undercoat it like that. That's more than enough than what's needed for this. Mate, yeah, that was. Can't say that, Mitch. Mate, you can't say that, bruv. Just wondering if we need to zoom out a little bit. So we got to get. Got to get used to the new settings. The Thanos jawline. I need a shave is what I need, mate. Look at that. Got Neckbeard. Neckbeard is en route, mate. Just wondering. Like I said, I'm trying to get like the opportune sort of angle, like not only for, you know, for people to watch, but also just for my own sort of comfort. Right, which is the one missing a shoulder pad? It's this bloke here. Also, anyone who wants to do me a bit of a favour and help the stream out, help the channel out, we are streaming on YouTube as well. If you want to help that pesky algorithm, then why not watch the stream in stereo for about half a second, and then just put me on mute in the background. That would make me happy. Are we ever going to rack up those watch hours on YouTube to be monetized? Probably never. Probably never. I don't think so. Perhaps I should stream something other than 40k related drum and bass and, you know, not the latest models. Perhaps that would help. A random army painter brush here, that I didn't know I had. She looks alright, I suppose. That must have just been laying around on the floor when I cleaned up the room. I say I, but really, might have been more my missus that did the cleaning. That's just between me and you though, lads. Did the Patreon memes play, Mitch? Or are they knackered? Oh, it did play, sweet. Speaking about patrons, I've messaged McPherson quite a few times. I need to know what Patreon intro he wants for himself. And anyone who wants to get themselves a custom-made intro to play on the stream, along with unique memes that are not available to the rest of the scallywags, then Patreon, hit me up for as little as £1 a month. I'm thinking about making a actual schedule. Well, I've said this a million times, haven't I? Yeah, I'm going to make a schedule. But actually got a fair few. Oh well, that paint wasn't quite dry, so no big deal. Always a question. How do you guys clean these? Bit of methylated spirits? That work? I'm just they're cleaning the whatever these are called. I can't think what they're called. Cutting mat. There we go. How would you clean a cutting mat? Is what I want to know. I think that maybe instead of like etching it in, I'm gonna put some Khorne symbols on. Now, how are we gonna do this? Like, part of me is thinking like an outline of black and then white and then like a lighter colour over the top, but I think that's like that's a lot of effort. Yeah, I was going to say, like, if you use, like, because I've tried to clean it before and the paint lines come straight off, and I just don't get how these, like, you know, streamers and stuff, like, have got, like, such perfect looking, you know, perfect looking little cutting mats. I've got no idea how, like, you could possibly I'm going to try doing some. I'm mixing some white ink with some white paint, which I've never done before. Oh, here it's the new thing. Or they're orcs, aren't they? So they're not gonna... Everything is not gonna be really... You know, the lines are not gonna be really tight, which is good. Come back to that one. And I said, we don't want these like super neat anyway for orcs, do we? Yeah, it's hard for you guys to see what, you know, with the exposure, isn't it? Now the easier ones, I want to do the Khorne symbol on. And I've just messed that up. I said that'll do. These are orcs, not Chaos Space Marines, right? Cannot wait for these to be done and out of my life. That one doesn't need any symbols on him, so we can put him to one side as well. A little graveyard of blokes who don't need any freehand. This guy doesn't need any. This guy definitely will later. I think we'll leave the knobs and the character until we've done these. Kind of warm up a little bit. Alright, this guy don't need him. So who we got with us anyway today? Who wants a shout out? Right, I need to paint this actually. Colossus, did your Patreon intro play then? Or not? Must have the volume like set really low, I can't hear. Can't hear none of the memes today.
Surprise, motherfucker!
Oh, I heard that. I remember seeing that for the first time in real time on Dexter. And like pissing myself laughing. It was when I was still living in Japan, like me and my Japanese missus at the time were watching Dexter. And that guy come out and did that, man. Surprise, motherfucker! And I was like, proper TV moment there. I knew it was going to get memed straight away. Still haven't really missed Japan. So they really did overstay my welcome there. Don't feel like going back at all after, after living there 7 years. I'm completely Japanned out. Still got some mates who live over there, but most of my mates have left by now. I lived what I thought was my dream for a bit. What I thought, but like I said, really overstayed. Not visa wise, just had enough of the place. I think this blade thing is really goofy on these guys, how they've kind of set it up. It just like hangs in place and looks really naff. So you've got like this one right here which is holding it, right? That looks fine, right? You're holding it. This bloke here, he's meant to have, this is meant to like just hang off somewhere like to the side, and it looks terrible, I reckon. It's meant to like sort of nestle in here, and there's a little groove there for it to go over or like through there or something, and it just looks bloody shite. I'm just going to stick it like that. I think that looks alright like that, but like I said, it's meant to like, it just looks ridiculous, this thing. Let's get some, we'll just get a little bit of rust on there. Some blood, of course, as well. And then that's done. Actually, no, maybe no blood, actually, because it's still on his back, isn't it? So no, maybe we'll leave the blood. What that will do. That will do like that. I don't want to muck about too much of this. It'll piss me off. And we'll let that glue sit. And then he's basically done. And that's it, apart from a few of these freehand bits. Now, we were going to put some freehand on this guy. Don't really know where you would put it. On both of these two, I'm not sure where to put it. Like maybe a little like sort of tattoo or something. I mean, that's the thing with these new models, man. They're so busy. Do you know what I mean? Like so much shit going on there. Like it's almost like, it feels like you know there's not enough room for kind of creativity almost. I'll definitely put some on Shark Boy though. I was actually maybe thinking about doing these in blood. There's a minute orcs, we don't need to be too neat. So maybe just add some blood on them now, and then hopefully that's enough. Or maybe what we could do, we could add some actual red on there. It's sort of red, almost like flesh. Oh no, that's not going to work. That'll work for some of them, but not all of them. There goes the camera. Great. This freehand looks really bad. Shut up. Pro streamer. So I said it's a new way of doing it, so it was obviously gonna, it was all going too well. Oh, piss off, man. Why do I even bother fucking streaming sometimes, man? I just don't. It's always just hassle, mate. Shut up, man. What's even a fucking shit fit for? Oh, piss off! Fucking thing. No, like I said, pure. What are we going to call that? I'm going to call that pure professionalism on display here. Now, is it the camera that's messed up, or is it the actual computer? Oh, man, why do I even fucking do this? I'm going to fucking throw this. I'm going to throw this phone against the wall in a minute. Should I have a little panic attack, chaps? How about that? You want me to, like, just have a full-on breakdown? Bring back Droid Cam. So happy with how it was looking as well. Well, was. No, I thought everything was going just swimmingly. Of course, it wasn't. Here we go. Thanks, Colossus. See, that looks terrible, look. So, we're gonna do what 12-year-old me would have done. We're going to put some blood on it. and say, yes, that's fine. And even that didn't work. Go back to the drawing board on this. I could actually just take my time doing it, can I, and spend the whole stream doing tiny little Khorne symbols.
Lad, are you dumb? Are you getting rude to man?
I thought it was going to be Fearlock or something then. Oh, piss off, man. I'm getting some serious frustration now. And these look fucking shit. Where is it? What for? Mate, I did think wrong. I think I might have made the wrong decision here. I might have made the wrong decision with the white. Oh, so it's a Union Jack, that one. Maybe I should just go with decals. Not looking good at all. Not what I envisioned. I'm gonna have to like orcify them in a way or something. like just make them less shit by doing some grinding stuff. Like I said, maybe blood. Oh, when did that raid come in? I didn't hear anything going down at all. Welcome there. Welcome raiders. Thanks for the raid and
ready to excel.
Thanks for the follow as well. Like I said, really sorry. I wasn't paying any attention at all. Normally I'll get notified when a raid comes in, but for whatever reason I didn't hear anything. Well, welcome. My name is Garth, and I'm currently failing pretty bad at Freehand. So if you guys want to have a laugh and look at my shaky hands. Bunker Gaming, thanks for the follow. We've got any Khorne fans here today? Like I said, man, I feel embarrassed at the moment, I'm telling you. Like, these Khorne symbols I'm doing are absolute gash. I'm gonna have to, like...
The gatekeeper!
I'm gonna have to, like, cover them up with, like, rust and stuff like that, just because I'm doing such a shoddy job on them. That's when you know it's bad, you know what I mean? Fell out of the raid van again. Yeah, for some reason I didn't hear the raid alerts go off at all. Chillers, mate. What have you been doing today, mate? You've been gaming or painting? I didn't realise you streamed, mate. I've just given you a follow. So anyone who hasn't given our man Chillers a follow, you know what to do. Is it Mitch who's persuaded you to come and join us again today? Really could have done this better. We need to give a special thank you to our new followers, really, don't we?
Thank you, Sergeant Lynch.
That's for... Who did follow us? Bunker and Jasterface. That's your special thank you. Peter Sharp, image. Oh my god, I am shit. Cannot paint freehand today at all. There's something really up with me. So I am going to admit defeat on that, and I'm just going to cover it in blood splats and things. That's a real cop out, but fuck it, man, I'm getting frustrated. Right. And it will fit in with the theme of the Khorne Orks anyway, so we will cover up my sins with blood. Oh yeah, I know Lorna and Quick Fix. Yeah, man, you've been following a while now, haven't you? I mean, we did have two more that have joined the gang. There we go. cover up my sins there. Luckily they're orcs. Squig hugs. So about squigs, like a mate of mine is convinced that Squidmar used to steal my YouTube ideas. It'd be cool if he was. That'd be like some high praise indeed. Somehow I don't think it's the case though. He's like, Garth, have you noticed that Squidmar keeps doing loads of old hammer stuff, and that was what you do all the time? And I'm like, well, I used to, mate. Oh, piss off, man. Am I going to have to get rid of this? Am I going to have to go back to droid cam? Is that what this is telling me? I'm going to get real frustrated in a minute. And get these fucking models done, man. Oh, the stupid Wi-Fi's not on or something, is it? Ah, that's probably what it is, isn't it, Mitch? You warned me about that, right? I bet that's what it is. I bet you that's been using the Wi-Fi instead of the wired connection. Let's see if that's remedied the issue. Oh, God's sake. Yeah, I know you guys can't see my face, but we're having some problems here. But that's what it was. Man, seriously, I am just like I'm like seething at the moment. It's really, it's really annoying. Oh, please just fucking work for once. Seriously, guys, I really run on a coal-driven PC. Like, it can barely run. Like the. I can't game and stream because my computer's too shit. So. Okay, it tells me to keep accepting USB debugging, and it's like, it is accepted, you piece of crap. At least I kind of know what the problem was, though. Oh, come on, stop doing that noise, man, before I fucking throw this out the window. if this continues, I'm just going to go fucking sod it. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to have to finish these off stream. Because it's infuriating. I'm going to give it... if it does that twice, if it does that one more time, I'm done. I think that's it, chaps. Fuck it. And I've spilled the paint as well. Yeah. So, yeah, we're definitely fucking done because I'm going to have to clean up. What a load of shit. What a load of shit. So, today, I have managed to completely wreck my newly cleaned desk by spilling paint and basically not achieve anything apart from annoying myself. Aren't you glad you all raided in, eh? Oh, I've got like white ink all over me as well now. Fucking hell, mate. Trying to make things better. What is the point in this? Seriously. What is the fucking point in streaming sometimes? Just why? What's CA glue? Do I even want to know? Oh, Carrie, where have you been? I haven't seen you in ages, man. I think I might have to restart the whole phone. Oh, God, man, seriously. This device has stopped working. No, it hasn't. You piece of shit. Allowed USB debugging? What, you mean the thing that's already allowed? Absolute fucking waste of time. Paid 20 quid for that today. Right, we're gonna restart this piece of crap. We'll restart the piece of crap phone. We'll give it... That's seriously gonna be the last straw, though.
Execute Order 66.
Mate, that's needed, Colossus. Seriously needed. I said at the beginning of the stream I was all happy about, oh man, look how crisp it all looks and everything, mate. It's looking banging, and then it's like, just not today. As we get raided, classic. Just to annoy me even more. Welcome, raiders. We're having technical difficulties, I'm afraid. So, you know, you're welcome to come in and chat and all the rest of it, but I'm trying out some new camera stuff to try and make the stream look a little bit more fancy, and of course it doesn't work properly, so worked fine before. Give it a few minutes, so I might have to re-see, like maybe even have to you know, could potentially have to restart the whole computer, you know what I mean? Come on. Yeah, well, cheers, Jace. Like I said, I mean, I do really appreciate the raid, but it's, you know, it's just one of those things, isn't it? Like, you know, it's always, you know, when you get raided, it's always going to be at the time when, like, you're at your worst, right? Always, you know, it's just sod's law, isn't it? I think the Americans called it Murphy's Law, don't you? In Britain, we say sod's law. Trial expired. That's what it is. Even though I paid for it today. So I need to add in the like access code somewhere or something. No. Or I could just go, you know what, I can just go back to droid cam, can't I? Well, can I see the access code on the actual thing itself? I know I'll have an email with it, but I don't want to pull up my personal emails and stuff like that while I'm on stream. It's like, you know, it's just going to be, you know, you're just asking for disaster then, aren't you? Alright, well, it's back, but we're not. We'll see how long it lasts, eh? And then, you know, we learnt something today at least. Nicely done. Oh yeah, mate. Only took like 50 years, look. Epic stream drama. That was.
Kapla!
Yes. I don't know if it's a Kapla moment, in all honesty, because I was literally just before the camera clonked out, I was just saying, like, I'm quite unhappy with my freehand that I've done today. Are we still looking crisp, or have we like lost some revolution?
You are ready to excel.
Ominous, man, thank you. That made it all worthwhile. If I didn't stick around, Ominous wouldn't have hit the follow button. So this is for you, Ominous.
Damn your impudence, sir!
And this is what I think of what's been going on today.
It is too much! I declare too much! I shall say it! You, sir, are a silk stocking full of shit!
Yeah, that's how I feel. Well, thank you, Gary. Well, you know, we can actually kind of see what's going on now, at least, can't we? Kind of see. I need to calm back down now, don't I? Steady yourselves, brother. I feel like I feel like it's like knocked it down a bit though, quality-wise. Is it still looking the same quality or not, as it was previously? Or have we lost some quality?
Steady yourself, brother!
Yeah, exactly, man. I know what we did do. We spilt blood paint everywhere, though. That was not fun.
Lad, are you dumb? Are you getting rude to man? What?
Right, you know what? I think I'm just going to add some blood onto this guy here, and then I'm going to call it on these. I feel like, you know, if you keep adding stuff to things, don't you? And it's like unnecessary sometimes, and when it is unnecessary, then you ruin it, don't you? So I think that's the opportune moment to maybe work on. Maybe we'll just do some, that's it, we'll do some building. And we will call these complete. and that means, ladies and gents, that this bloody commission is finally over. The endless orc squighog commission is done, man, and I don't need to think about these for a long time, and I can actually get on and paint some commissions that I want to paint, right? I am happy, actually. They're done. I'm not going to do any more to them. So I'm going to remove these. I'm going to remove all the paints and everything, and then we'll do some building, because, you know, the building is kind of less stressful, kind of, isn't it? You know what I mean? Or theoretically, it's less stressful anyway. You know, I've got less to worry about, and I can talk more as well. So if anything does go wrong, then, you know, I don't have like paint pots hanging around and things like that to knock over, and water bottles, and not water bottles, like, you know, water, paint water. That's the word. So if you just give me a few seconds, lads and ladies, I'm just gonna move these to.
Beset by the horror!
Let's go and sell, and thanks for the sub, mate. Yeah, do you guys want to take one final look at these? Because this is the last time you're ever going to see them. So here's the, whatever you would call this guy, the boss or whatever, right? Oh, maybe I should add some blood there. See that bit there? There's a bit of mist, look. Anyway, how have you been, Sal, anyway, mate? Haven't seen you for a bit. How's tricks? Feels never ending. This commission is never ending, mate. It literally has just ended. Right, so we've got this big lad here, look. Chaos Orc on a shark with like a little glowing Khorne logo. I think I did alright with that glowing Khorne logo, considering that's kind of like the first time I've actually done it. Right, I almost just shut down the entire stream then. I would have actually have just thrown a wobbly in. Right, here's one of the lads, look. Here's another one. And yeah, that's basically what I'm gonna say. Here's another one, here's another one, here's another one. Let's just go through the whole lot of them, look. I think the different colour schemes, they look really cool. The Winged Warrior guy. Have you always been a NID player? I'm going to have to... I think this guy came out really well, actually. And I'm just wondering, if I turn this off, can you see a more natural sort of hue? Ah, no, you can just see the sort of pink background, can't you? I need to actually see what I'm painting. Yeah, look at the detail on the camera now. Look, you can actually see his eye. Look. Another one here. Yeah, look, they're still going. Look, these squig hogs. Like, we've still got like more to go. Another one. I'm literally just piling them on top of each other at the moment. Right, last sort of standard one. And then this one here, who's like a more traditional looking orc. And then the final one. That's it. No more painting anymore on these guys. So like I said, I'm just going to put them out. I need to take them to the sort of shelf of purgatory, where commissions go languish. And then, like I said, then we'll do some building. Get rid of the paint water as well. Give me a topic to talk about, chaps. Oh, finally. Finally it's done. I can get them posted and never have to see them again. This is monumentous. It actually is monumentous because, like I said, now I can actually start doing stuff I want to do. So I'm going to get this Troglodon, or whatever the hell it's called, some stupid name like that. I'm going to get that stuck together now, and then we're going to start working, and then we're going to work on the elephant tomorrow. Actually, before we can, no, I'm going to have to actually thinking about that. Right, this literal mammoth beast, no pun intended. I just realised I need to do some filling around the ears. See, like this rubbish Forge World shit, like, it's got big massive gaps down the ears, so before I prime it tomorrow I need to get those sprayed up. Sorry, before I prime it I need to get that filled in. It just looks terrible at the moment. In the hobby zone, we can check those out in a bit. Anyone who's not on the Discord, type in !Discord. Get on in there. Rules are don't be a bellend, basically. So if you can not be a bellend, then you're welcome on the Discord. I need some more putty, I think. This is barely mixing. This is some sort of weird ASMR look. Putty mixing. I've never used green stuff. Why is green stuff superior to milliput, for example? Why would I want to pay the extra money for it? I'm not poo-pooing it like I normally do. I'm not saying like. I'm just asking why would I pay extra, because like I don't know what the value of green stuff would be over milliput. I mean, I know that for actual sculpting of, is that what they actually use for the sculpting of minis? Is green stuff? And takes detail better. Okay. But I mean, most people, unless you're actually doing sculpting, then you don't need that, do you? So, like, if I'm just filling in a gap, like I am now, then there's absolutely no need to add any detail to it, right? But yeah, I mean, if you're sculpting, then yeah, that makes perfect sense. But I reckon the average person, you'll just be filling in a gap like this, won't you? So what's the point in paying an extra X amount of pound, in my opinion? I'd have to use some green stuff first before I can really make that decision. But there's nothing that's like made me want to turn around and go, oh man, well, that's why that looks like that's perfect for the job. Man, can somebody do me a favour? Just so that I don't look like a complete loser on YouTube. Can somebody go onto YouTube and watch me in the background? I think there's like 0 concurrent viewers. Who doesn't know what's going on? They're just going to be like, there's 0 people watching this stream and this guy's still talking. Who's he talking to? Is he mental or something? Mitch and Colossus, depending on what time I get the Troglodon or whatever it's called stuck together. Do you want to have a game of Gladius or whatever? I'm just going to get some water as well. cheers, Searle. Thanks for the YouTube. How's it going, Searle? You new to the channel, mate? Welcome in. Tell us about yourself. You doing any hobbying? Just realised I haven't stuck his tail on yet. And I really do think that, you know, things like this, Forge World, like making, you know, this kind of stuff that just doesn't go together at all. And like, you know, this is for the, you know, it's for the expert hobbyist or whatever. And it's like, mate, it's not for the expert hobbyist. Like, it's broken. Like, it's not made properly. No, resin, you get superior detail on it, blah, 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 blah. What's a load of fucking tosh these days, mate? The plastics are as good as, you know, if you want your super detail and stuff, there's no need for resin anymore. In my humble opinion, I know that, you know, that's gonna rile up the neckbeards. No, you don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I know Forge World's got better, you know, better detail. Well, fucking, you know what, mate? That's bollocks. You believe the hype too much. Games Workshop wouldn't lie. Forge World wouldn't lie to me.
Mr. Sharp, sir!
Mr. Razor Mom.
Cuz, mate. Cuz, what are we doing about the lion and also your lizard men? Alright, Jace, thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon. All chaps, music stream is probably going to be Thursday today, not Friday, because I'm going camping on the Friday. Our camping the other week got cancelled, so we moved the date, and it's going to be this Friday now. Which is kind of annoying because next Friday's my birthday, so there's no stream next Friday either because we're going to Birmingham. So if anyone's near or in Brum and you want to meet up, the weekend commencing August the 11th, let me know. There's no rush, cuz, mate. I mean, I've got plenty to be getting. Like, I've got too much to be getting on with. But I'm hoping that I can get back to my previous sort of ability to be able to rattle out commissions faster. Because, like I said, I mean, what really those squig hogs have really taken. They really did take the wind out of my sails, you know. I'm gonna need to find a tail, wherever that is. Oh God, what was that? That just flew off. Literally just pinged it over the room. These stupid spikes fell off. That's going to happen again, isn't it? There is no way that is not going to happen again. That's the other thing, man, is that resin doesn't stick as well as plastic either, does it? Unless I'm sticking resin all wrong, which I don't think I am. And do you know, like, the reason why bloody superglue sticks to your skin so much? It's because it was invented in bloody Vietnam as an alternative to, like, stitches, like battlefield, like to be like battlefield stitches. Like, superglue's actually designed to stick your skin together. So, surprisingly, it's like the bane of our existence because it sticks your skin together, because it actually does what it was designed to do. Did you know that? I can't quote any sources on that. I must have seen it on some YouTube video somewhere. But it's got to be true, isn't it? The internet can possibly lie. Right, back. Go and join your friends on the shelf of purgatory, Mr. Elephant. Right, so that's... I'll keep that putty here, actually, because I might need that in a minute. We might well need that with this Troglodon or whatever the bloody hell it's called. Right, so we are making the Troglodon 1278. Parts 1, 2 and 3 surprisingly to start. How modern is this Troglodon kit? When did this come out? Now, I'd like to be able to finish this in an hour, but I feel like that's not going to happen, is it? Let's not get excited. Because if this is a modern kit, it's going to take forever. And it's going to have loads of pointless bits of crap hanging off it. Yeah, well, what else would you stick resin with apart from super glue? That's why I was asking. I mean, if there's some sort of magic alternative that I've, you know, never heard of before for whatever reason, then I need to know about it, because I hate resin. It's brittle, hard to work with, like, it's just such a pain. Wish they had like a map that showed you where the parts were on the sprue. This tune's alright. I think of a way to like make some of these sort of dubstep deep beats on my doorless setup. It's kind of difficult to get that specific sort of dubsteppy sort of sound. Is it that bit? I think it's this bit. Yeah, it is this bit. This is like kneecap, look. But I've had it before where people are like, Why am I using, like, why are you using, like, abrasive metal on, like, plastic? And it's like, well, what do you use? And then, oh, you need to use one of those cutting tools that, you know, one of those mould removers that GW does. It's like, you do realise that one of those mould removers is literally just like a blunt butter knife, do you know what I mean? Like, that's smaller, cost nothing, and does the same job, and it has the same hooks and ridges and stuff on it that you need. I've been wanting to do a, like, you know, a hobby video for teenagers and for kids for a while, which is like, you know, how to save, you know, money when you're a kid or a teenager, like, you know, when we were young. Because even when we were young, although it was cheaper, 40k and hobby and stuff was cheaper, it was still bloody expensive, and we all had to learn, you know, how to make do and, you know, be creative. And there's so much stuff that's kind of like not taken advantage of. And I think, look, I can't be bothered with like the Neckbeards and stuff like that anymore. Like, it's like, oh yeah, well, they're going to have the latest Games Workshop. They're going to have to do exactly what, you know, the latest cool YouTube painter tells them to do. However, the little chavies and that, the kids and, you know, teenagers and things, you know, they don't have much money, do they? And like, they could do with a video that's like, you know, look guys, if you're really stuck, you don't have to have green stuff, you know. You probably got super glue laying around, so just put in some blue tack, mate, and seal it with super glue or whatever, and, you know, that'll save you a few quid there. Instead of like buying the official green stuff, or, you know, or even like mini putt or whatever, like, you know, you can get away with loads of stuff. Nobody's really looking at your models like that bloody closely half the time as well. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, chaps? Anyone new to the channel who's thinking, what is this miserable bastard going on about? Well, that's basically the channel modus operandi, so Garth bitches for several hours a day and laments about how much better Games Workshop used to be. If you don't like that, then you can bloody sling your hook, alright? You're not... You know what, that's not true. Because... I understand why people like the newer stuff. I get it. I get it. Thing is when it comes to Rogue Trader and stuff like that, I'm looking at it more than nostalgia. Because even when it was 2nd edition, man, I used to like mail order Rogue Trader models because I thought they looked cool. So it's not like something that, you know, I've suddenly started doing because it seems to be what loads of people are doing now, and there's loads of old Hammer streams and stuff these days, man, some better than others. But I've certainly noticed that a lot of the bigger streamers have been doing quite a lot of videos like on old Hammer and stuff, right? Chesticles? What a name, mate.
Garth has many strange theories.
Welcome in.
From space is just one. I don't like Valkyrie. I don't know.
Thank you, Mitch. But yeah, what a name, Chesticles. I like that. do you like... See, like, you know, when people go on about these horror stories of, like, people in hobby shops and stuff, I always find it kind of strange, you know, that, like, you know, people are like, oh, we got confronted by such and such a person. I'm like, the only sort of people I've met in hobby shops are not anyone that I need to worry about. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, I'm not saying it wouldn't happen on it. It doesn't happen. But I kind of find it, you know, I think it might be different if you're a bird or a woman, I should say. But, you know, for a bloke, right? But we all know that there's like some sort of link between like people with like social issues, shall we say, and 40k. And if you think there isn't and you deny it, then nah, bollocks, mate. Everyone knows that there's like, everyone can see it, right? There's like a higher proportion of like people with like social issues and stuff like that that play war games. Why do you reckon that is? What do you reckon that's all about? Why does it gravitate? Why do people gravitate to it for that reason, you know? I would be interested to hear your thoughts. Yeah, 40k. 40k is, you know. I can imagine 40k being daunting, but then also, like...
Are you sure about that?
Jesus Christ, Colossus, scared the shit out of me there, man. That was fucking loud. But yeah, yeah, when people ask, like, you know, where do I start with 40k? Who should I collect and stuff? It's like, where do I start? It's like, I kind of like think, when you start, the first thing that you start with is that you look at the models and you go, which one of those do you think is cool? And then they go, mate, I like orcs. And you're like, you're an orc player, mate. There we go. That's it, right? Who do you think looks cool, mate? Oh, who are those ones with the pointy helmets? It's like, oh, those are the Eldar. Oh, what are Eldar then? You're like, well, they're kind of like space elves, mate. Well, do they do magic and stuff? Well, not magic, but like, you know, they do... Yeah, they do magic. They do warp magic. You go, oh, okay. There you go. You're an Eldar player. That's it. That's where you start. And then if they change their mind later on, then they change their mind later on. But Eldar will still be their first ever love. Or, you know, whoever it may be. And that's where you start. Worry about, you know, getting a law correct army and things like this. Bloody later, who cares, mate? Am I ruffling neckbeard feathers by saying this?
Reinforcements have arrived.
Nice one, man. Who was that? Chesticles. You enjoying the rant, are you, Chesticles? I'm guessing. Look, I've never heard a 40k player be this open about it on stream. How's he going to get his GW sponsorship? How's he going to sign his GWNWA? GWNWA? Just made that up, didn't I? Alright, this is for you, Chesticles. This is your special thank you for hitting the follow button.
Skeletor to King Randor! Skeletor to King Randor!
Come in, you royal boob.
Don't say I don't give you nothing. Everyone needs a royal boob, right? I've been thinking about a swear, what's it called? Like a swear bank. I feel like I'd swear I think I swear too much, and it detracts from the points that I make. Because it's not like I've got a small vocabulary or I'm a dumb geezer. It's just I'm born in bloody Portsmouth, mate. What do you guys reckon about that? Could do like a charity swear filter or something. I'll tell you what I really want to save some money for. What I want to get donations. This is what I'm going to get donations. I was actually thinking I should do a Kickstarter. So I want to get my 40k tunes on vinyl, as I've said before. I was thinking anyone who pledges 20 quid, right? Because I need to make 400 quid, right? Maybe I could sell 20 vinyls, right? And that's 400 quid. My mate who owns a record shop, he already wants to buy some of my stuff, so he said he's going to buy a couple, so maybe 4 or 5, right? So that's already like maybe 100 quid there. So I need to get 400 quid, and then what that'll get us the vinyl, and also get the vinyl mastered as well, because I didn't realise that vinyl needs to be mastered differently apparently, because otherwise if you just put like normal music straight in, like digitally edited music or whatever, or modern music, it will fuck the needle up on the record player or the DJ's decks or whatever. So it needs to be mastered in a certain sort of way. So it'll get me like 20 records and mastered as well. Yeah, maybe you're right, Haru. But yeah, so I'd need 400 squid to break even. And then we could get like the classic 40k tunes on the go. I mean, the problem is that I need DJs to buy it, as opposed to you lot. No offence. I don't DJ either though, do I? I mean, I make the stuff, don't I? And I play live, but you know what I'm saying, chaps. You know what I'm saying. I mean, I really can't drop 400 quid on that. And I was literally just saying how I need a new computer. I mean, really, that's what I need, is a new computer. I'll probably make my 40k vinyl and then get sued into oblivion by GW. Use the word reboot to the stocks with you. You can't use the word reboot, it's copyright. Man, is any randoms from YouTube going to join today? I don't think so. I think the algorithm's given up already. When I was doing my music stream, it actually promoted it pretty well. I had some like random people on there that were like, mate, are you doing 40k drum and bass? And it's like, yes. And they're like, are you playing that live? I'm like, yes. Are you not DJing? I'm like, no, mate, I'm actually making that music, mate. Not even using a computer. And they're like, okay, I'll subscribe to that. That's cool. On like the last music stream, but there's no way that it's promoted this stream, or if it has, people have, you know, music's more accessible, isn't it? Something like this is so unbelievably niche. 1711. Okay, let's just go with 17 and 11 first. There's 11. $410 for a mini, mate. That's a lot of money, man. Yeah, I wouldn't spend that. I don't think. So, what like Childhood Dreams was like the old metal Thunderhawk gun shit. I've seen the Thunderhawk when I was a kid. I remember like it was in the GW store for a little bit in Portsmouth. Like I think like it had like a sort of Ultramarine Army that was like on tour. Like, you know, when you saw stuff like that back then, man, it was like magical, man. It was like looking at like, you know, because things like that were rare and you didn't have the internet and stuff. Like, there's things like Bane Blades and like Titans and stuff. Like, they were like a myth, but they were real. Like, you could get armor cast ones. But like, you know, apart from like a fleeting glimpse in a White Dwarf or whatever, you'd be like, yeah, Titans are real. You can actually buy a Titan. You'd be like, nah, you can't actually buy a Titan. But there's no way, you know, when you were a kid back then to kind of you can double check it. Do you know what I mean? You can just look it up. 9, 14, 13. I like this tune. Says there's something that should be in the chill out tent. This is just a dinosaur, this, isn't it? I can remember, like, not the lizard. I mean, lizard men had been about in like the sort of background and like things, hadn't they? But, I mean, I can remember the lizard men coming out, or whatever they're called now, Seraphons. What a name, man. Can we all just agree that all of GW's modern names are complete gash? If, like, again, like trying to get like people into the hobby and stuff. You're like, oh yeah, I'll collect Seraphon. You'd be like, what's a Seraphon, mate? You'd be like, oh yeah, it's like a lizard man. Oh right, so they're lizard men. They're like, yeah, they're lizard men, mate. Tomb Kings, right? Something like that, you know, like, what's a Tomb King? You're like, oh, they're just like fucking skeletons, mate, like Egyptian skeletons, and you're like, oh, right, okay. Astra Militarum, right? You're like, what the fuck, man? If somebody went, I collect the Astra Militarum, right? And you're like, mate, what are you talking about? And you're like, oh, they're like, sort of like, the Space Army? You're like, oh, okay. Space Marines, yeah, no problem. Collect the Leagues of Voltan, mate. If somebody said I collect the Leagues of Voltan, you would be like, mate, what is wrong with you? Leagues of Voltan sounds so shite. Squats wasn't much better though, was it? But I mean, it made sense. They are just space dwarfs, right? It's all about copyright. Yeah, no, but it's just dumb, isn't it? I know it's all about copyright, man. I mean, yeah, I know it's about copyright, but it doesn't change the fact that it just sounds goofy. Yeah, you can't copyright Imperial. They tried to copyright Space Marine and stuff, didn't they? Right? But I mean, yeah, of course you can't copyright Imperial Guards. They couldn't copyright Eldar either, could they? Like, you know, but they bloody would have liked to, wouldn't they? Yeah, well, I mean, like, it's all been pilfered, isn't it? I mean, it's got some bloody cheek, really, haven't they? Pauldron. Isn't Pauldron... But I thought Pauldrons were, like, real. Like, they're actual, like, sort of knights. Aren't they a part of Knights Armour? Because I mean, that's all Space Marines were, weren't they? They're just knights in space, right? I'm pretty sure a pauldron's a real thing. Oh, they tried to copyright pauldron. I didn't realise that. Now I get it. We're trying to copyright some medieval word. Can we copyright Doomsday Book or something like that? It's like, no, mate. Try to copyright pauldron. Pauldron's got to be in the dictionary already, right? Somebody check. But why would you want to what possessed them to want to copyright pauldron? I mean, things like Space Marine and all of this kind of stuff I can understand, right? But I can't see what benefit they would have in copyrighting pauldron unless it's like the sort of iconic Space Marine look, you know what I mean? That's what they're, you know, and that's what they're thinking. If we can copyright, like, you know, those big beefy shoulder pads, then, you know, people are less likely to make a Space Marine looking Space Marine, if that makes sense. 10 and 16. got a feeling I've heard that before, and it's just like, it's just reminded me, but like, actually, like, because I mean, just the cheek of it, right? Because I mean, you know, they heavily, like, borrowed, shall we say, from Dune, right? Navigators and like the Imperium and stuff like that. I mean, you know, I mean, we can accept sort of copyright and things like that, but being like the hypocrisy of it is irksome. Is that a word? Are you doing any hobbying today, Voltage? So I don't know if I can't remember if you've been here before or not, mate. Sorry. But if you look top left corner, sorry, bottom left corner there, you can see the people on Twitch. So you know I'm not talking to myself. 1, 2, 7, and 8. Oh, nice. What prints are you doing, mate? My 3D printer is sitting in the shed, hasn't been used for a bit. Reason being is where I work from home now, can't like really have the printer on because I haven't got any proper ventilation for it, which is annoying because I'd like to be able to put some 3D printing stuff up on the Etsy store. It's like just another way to make a few quid, isn't it? But I can't really. By the time I've got my own gaff and everything, I've got more space. It'll be too late by then. Everyone will be doing it because everyone's already doing it, aren't they? An articulated night proxy for what game? Oh, one-page rules. Never played it. I hear good things about it, though. That Discourse mini goes on about it a lot, doesn't she? I said before, I like her kind of opinions on stuff, and I agree with a lot of what she says, but sometimes her delivery just gets me, man. I'm like, oh, I've had enough of that now. I mean, obviously people feel the same about me, don't they? Otherwise I'd have a much bigger problem. Following. Like I said, I mean, I think she does good content, and I think her points are more than valid. I agree with most of them, but sometimes the delivery, I'm just like, a bit much, love. Looks Kriegish. I've said this many times, man. I think Krieg is cool. But I also kind of like think that Krieg is like very vanilla. Like There are so many different sci-fi universes that just have, am I on kick? What does that mean? Isn't it you're asking me if I'm... What is you on kick? I need to know what that means. 84, 83. No, I've never used it, mate. I didn't even know there was an alternative, is it? I could potentially multi-stream to it, mate. I've never heard of it. That's the first time anyone's ever mentioned it. Is it any good? Are there many 40k streamers on there is the question. If there are not many, then that could be my time to just jump in at the ground level. Because to say the market is quite saturated would be an understatement. Everyone's a streamer, everyone's a DJ these days, aren't they? Including me. There are a few. I said I've never heard of Kick. Can you just... Are they a little bit more lenient, shall we say, with what you can say and what you can't say? Because that pisses me off, man, sometimes, man. Like, you know, no offence to the Americans, but sometimes, you know, there are other English-speaking nationalities, and not all of us, you know, have the same words, and some of our words might mean something bad in American English, and they don't mean something bad in British English. And it annoys me that I've got to police my language to say something that, you know, I'm not from that country. I'm not saying what you think I'm saying. Does that make sense? I'll sail you out, man. Thanks for popping in, mate, and thanks for also jumping on the YouTube for us as well. Much appreciated, my man. Do these really matter when they go on here? Can I just stick them anywhere? I mean, I think we really do kind of need an alternative to YouTube these days as well. Alternative to Twitch and an alternative to YouTube. Because if I'm like, YouTube just doesn't feel like YouTube anymore, does it? It's so mainstream now. It's like, you know, what hope in hell do you have growing your channel when, like, you know, you're up against like actual like Hollywood megastars and stuff sometimes, I think. Or perhaps, Garth, if you did a channel that wasn't moaning about Warhammer and playing Warhammer related drum and bass, then you might stand to get a small following. Do a cooking channel or something, Garth. You're good at cooking, ain't you? Other people like cooking, Garth. Then you might get some followers there. Nah, fuck it, mate. It's all about the sharp drum and bass. That's what it's all about. That's what's gonna make me my millions, lads. The sharp drum and bass mixed in with a little bit of 40k here and there and Danny Dyer. You can't tell me that ain't a surefire way to make millions of fucking pounds, mate. I'm like the new Alan Sugar, mate, of Warhammer. Drum and bass. Sharp and Warhammer drum and bass theme stuff. It's like cable TV. I mean, sometimes I feel like, yeah, well, I'm the dinosaur these days. See how I tied that in with the dinosaur and sticking together? Orcs versus Orks. Yeah, that's a dumb name. Orks is a dumbass name. Can we all agree on that? Aren't they bringing back the old world or something like that, talking about Orks? Because that's Age of Sigma, right? I feel like I'm missing 2 bits here, 81 and 80. There they go. That's weird, it's got like sculpted bits in there that you're meant to stick these on. This tune's pure cheese.
Hello, my future girlfriend.
I am beset by the horror!
Let's go, Firelock. Thanks for the resub, my man. Somebody played the Redcoat Roadman earlier, mate. I was convinced it was you. I turned around and it was Colossus, the Pretender. Achieved level 45. Oh, right, you're 45 years old. It's your birthday, mate. Congratulations, man. Do anything nice? $66.67. I mean, I'll get my birthday off for free at my work at least. One of the few perks I have, but then again, I work from home every day, so I suppose that's a major perk. Come on, lads, you got to all help me make this my full-time job. One day. One day, eh? Found out that a mate of mine's making like £800-900 off his Patreon every month now, and all he does is talk about Age of Sigma. Speaking of Age of Sigma, like he's a world champion of Age of Sigma. His name's Darren. Lives down the road from me. Maybe we'll get him on the YouTube channel for an interview. How's it going, Dave? Yeah, wasn't he done for like spanking off in the cinema? But like, forgive me if I'm wrong, right? The only reason I know who Pee Wee Herman is like from like American films and stuff. Like, nobody here watched Pee Wee Herman, right, in Britain. Right? What is he? Was he on like Nickelodeon or something? Can a British person tell me? Did you actually watch Pee Wee Herman, or is it just something that you've heard of and know of from like endless exposure to American culture on TV? '78, '79. It's 78. '79. Right, let's just get 78 out of there. Pee-wee's Playhouse. Yeah, did any of you actually watch any of that? I remember like a mate talking about it, but like I never had cable when I was growing up. Not until I was like a teenager, basically. A lot of things like Nickelodeon and stuff I had no idea about. You know, I couldn't watch them because yeah, my parents didn't have cable, so some of that stuff really just passed me by. Not really that bothered that I missed out on that, to be honest. Still got to watch Gladiators. Yeah, see, I can't believe they're still making Red Dwarf. Like, what is it, like Red Dwarf season 1 to 6, something like that, are amazing, but like after that it just falls off a cliff. Like, when they brought in the new Kachansky, that's when it, like, and you know, when Rimmer left, and then they brought in that new Kachansky, like, did they have different writers or something? Because it just felt like a completely different show. You know, the classic Red Dwarfs are really funny. But like I said, those later seasons are like borderline unwatchable. Not even borderline unwatchable, they are unwatchable. went south, mate. Like I said, that's putting it mildly. Man, what was that Twitch alternative called that you said? Kick. Maybe I'd have better luck there, man. Do you know what I mean? Because if somebody's already out seeking alternative media and stuff, they're probably a little bit more cleverer than the average bloke and a bit more willing to listen to some different opinions about GW and stuff. Maybe I'd have better luck going, you know, streaming to some of that, you know. Maybe I want some of that. Classic Colossus. And if you weren't a moderator, I would kick you out for such a horrendous dad joke there, mate. Alright, so they'll let you like just watch whatever and make comments on it and stuff like that, you know. Kind of like YouTube and stuff used to be back in the day, right? Before it got sanitized and Hollywoodized. I mean, that's why probably a load of us came to YouTube, was to get away from, like, you know, Hollywood and, you know, I hate to use the tired-eyed trope of like mainstream media and stuff, but just like normie stuff, right? You know, like, and like now it's just like YouTube is just like full of adverts and like everything's so high production, like, you know. That's not why I started watching YouTube years and years ago. I mean, like, really, like, you know, all the YouTube stuff, like watching like Angry Video Game Nerd and stuff like that. James Rolfe has a lot to answer for, I think, in the state of current internet reviews, right? Especially that sort of period where every single reviewer was a angry video game person. Do you remember that? Like, literally everyone was an angry reviewer. Gunman of the Apocalypse. That's your favourite one? It's a good one. I wouldn't say it's my favourite though. I can't think. I'm trying to think what would be my favourite. Backwards was funny. Rimmer World, maybe. That's Rimmer World is a good one, man. Silence, travesty. He's like, you're not allowed to, and he like says like, do not gaze upon her beauty or whatever, and then like pulls back her like veil or whatever, and it's just another rimmer, and he gets off with her. It's like, ah. I mean, there's loads of really good. There's loads of good, like, classic Red Dwarf, isn't there? When what's the one when they, you know, they get to, there's like evil versions of them and stuff. That's a good one. There's like, you know, there's like the good You know, there's like the really evil evil versions of themselves and things. I used to have Inquisitor, Quarantine, and another one. I can't remember what it was though. On VHS. Angry Joe's still going though, isn't he? Voltage. Because he was part of that guy with the glasses. Seriously, man. I mean, I do wonder how that. What the hell did I mean, because I used to watch like Nostalgia Critic and stuff like that, and sometimes I just think, what did I ever find funny about Nostalgia Critic? You know what I mean? Watch it now, it's like terrible. Like not like, but like even like the old classic ones are terrible. And that demo reel that he did, I can remember being excited for demo reel. Watched the first episode, I was like, what the fuck was that, man? That was terrible. And then watched the second one, I was like, yeah, this is fucking unwatchable. And that was the same for when that guy with the glasses like did their films. I remember being excited for those, and I was like, fucking hell, that would be cool. Like, you know, they're going to do an actual film, like, you know, and watched it, and it's like, what is this, man? Like, you know, like, it's just abysmal. Glue's starting to get in my back of my throat now. Have we got any other, like, you know, previous or, God forbid, current Nostalgia Critic fans? I think it all went down there when he started doing those awful skits in everything. Like, just cringe skits every 5 minutes, man. The Despair Squid. What happened in the Despair Squid one? Was the luck virus? Whether it was the luck virus. Was that Quarantine? Yeah, it is Quarantine, isn't it? When they get the luck, when he has the luck virus. Right, 68. $74, $75, $76. Oh man, these are the best clippers I've used for modelling, and these are ones that just came free with my 3D printer. Excuse me. I'm missing like half a tail for this guy. Got a feeling I'm going to get raided as soon as I'm tell you guys, oh yeah, we're just about to shut down the stream. I've got a feeling a raid's going to come in.
For a true space marine.
Thanks for the cheer, cuz. Oh, what, when Crichton always used to do the Space Corps directives, right? Oh man, has anyone ever seen the American pilot of Red Dwarf? Man, that was terrible. Hey, how's it going, Josh? Anyone who's an old Hammer fan, get yourselves subscribed up to the Crown of Command immediately. Mate, I'll tell you what blew my mind about Crichton was when a mate of mine went, Garth, you know that bloke from Scrap Heap Challenge? I was like, yeah, what about him? He went, that's Crichton. I was like, fuck off, mate. And then when I saw it, I looked, I was like, fucking hell, Peachy. That geezer from Scrap Heap Challenge, he is Crichton. Couldn't believe it. He's also in an episode of, Crichton's also in an episode of Bottom, isn't he? As the Falklands war vet. Dax was the cat on the Red Dwarf pilot. How's Japan anyway, mate? How's Japan, Josh? And it's the old Crown of Command ticking along, mate. Views coming in. We need to actually make a specific time to do the joint stream. Like, actually just book a date. I said we'll have to do it on the weekend though, mate. It can't be this weekend. It can't be next weekend. So I'm going camping this Friday for the weekend, and then the Friday after that I'm going down to Brum. Man, seriously, the amount of money that like some people want to pay for their commissions just pisses me off. They're like, ooh, like, you know, as soon as you give someone like a fair, like most of you guys on the channel, I actually give you guys a basically like slashed rate. But like on Etsy or something, if I ever give someone a full rate, if I gave people a full rate, I'd never get a chance to paint or do any commissions. You know what I mean? But like somebody asked, somebody was like, "Oh, like this is literally their how they phrased it." They went, "Do you fancy painting the new hero? Do you fancy what painting the new hero quest?" It's like, it's not like, you know, you do realise, mate, you're asking me to paint like 50 odd models and the scenery. Like, do you fancy doing that? Like, you know, as if he's doing me a favour. It's like, oh yes, mate. And I was like, mate, I'll tell you what, I'll do it for like, you know, X amount of money, and it wasn't going to be a small amount. And he's like, oh my god, I had no idea it'd be so expensive, blah blah. And I slashed the rate down real low because I needed money. I was like, look, mate, this is the absolute lowest I can do it, and I'm not going to do anything on these models apart from just go and give them a real basic. I'm just going to use contrast paints and a zenithal highlight, and then end up looking like this. This is good enough for most people anyway, especially people who aren't like really into the hobby. Like, they'll think that these models look really cool. How about this? I'll tell you what, mate, I'll do that for like a couple £100, you know. And he was like, still too expensive. I went, yeah, no, whatever then, mate. Look off then. You want to paint fucking all of that? You want to paint all of your entire hero quest for like less than like £200-300? It's like, that's fucking nothing already. Like, and the only reason I went down that low is because I needed the money real bad. Normally I just would have gone, nah, mate. Like, I basically just go in with, like, if anyone asks, oh, can you give me a quote on this on Etsy now? I'm just straight in there. I'm like, what do you want? You tell me exactly what you want, and then I'll come out, you know. And they're like, anyone who's like, oh, can you paint this, and this, and they like reel off like a whole like Death Guard army. Like, that's what basically someone did today, speaking of it. And I was like, well, it's going to cost this, mate. And they're like, oh, it's a bit more expensive than I was expecting. What were you expecting? Fucking £50? I'll paint your Death Guard army for you. I don't think so, mate. So my missus like camping. Yeah, man, she loves camping, mate. She'd actually never been camping before. She thought like we were actually going proper into the actual wilderness or whatever. Like, I suppose like what I think like American camping might be like, you know what I mean? But it's like British camping, so it's like a campsite. Like, there's a toilet and things, you know. I mean, that kind of stuff doesn't bother anyway. I mean, because she's like from a peasant upbringing in China, like as in actual peasant, like as in like didn't have enough food. They didn't have enough food unless they grew food and things like that. Like, they were real poor, so. Oh, hut, mate. Yeah, I bet you get some fucking. I bet you get some funny ones doing armour and stuff. Like, do you reckon how much would a like full like medieval suit of armour cost? I've got a fancy dress next week or something like that. I bet you've had stuff like that, mate. And you'd be like, well, we're talking thousands and thousands of pounds. We need to measure each individual bit, and maybe a year or something, mate. You're gonna just like suddenly knock up like a whole suit of armour in a week for you, for like £50. Sprite 69. This is Age of Sigmar, mate. We've moved on from the 40k models. We've finally finished the longest commission that I've ever had in my fucking life, man. Like, I never want to paint squig hogs ever again. They are done. I can get those posted now. £94.95. I know, 87, 85. Alright, this little skink geezer on the top, this is. £87.86. Oh yeah, see these little skink legs here. You doing any hobbying today, Sprite69? Also, I'll make a second announcement. This week's music stream this week's music stream is going to be on Thursday, not Friday.
Reinforcements have arrived.
Nice one, man. Who was that? Zoop the Whoop, mate. Welcome to the chapter, my friend. And this is a special thank you from me for hitting the follow button.
It's the sorceress, you boob!
So yeah, there we go. I think I might have actually fixed my stream deck. There seems to be less lag. Let's see. What should we do? Should we pull something out? Very yeah, it seems like there's no lag, look. Hope you enjoyed that. That smile that Blobby gives me. No, look. That's a moron earlier, look. I was opening a tin. It's just like a ring pull tin of tuna, and I managed to savage myself on it. I didn't realise that Americans said tuna differently until I went to Japan. Tuna, right? Americans say. Tuna, right? Bloody tuna, mate. What do you guys say? This is something that, like, again, do you say by accident or on accident? To me, like, on accident is not, you know, because it's not a phrasal verb, is it? You do it by accident, not on accident. Both. Say both of them. Mix and match. This is heresy, mate. I mean, when I was teaching, I've taught people before that it's like, no, like, on accident it is incorrect. But then I've actually heard Americans say on accident, and I was like, what the fuck, man? You guys actually say on accident? But I think it's like different people or even different parts of America, right? Some people say by accident, right? And some people say on accident in America, so... I mean, if somebody, like, gave me a grammar quiz and said, which, by, he is by, because what is by? Is that a, is it a participle or not? You see, I knew Colossus, I knew you'd say by accident. Preposition, yeah, see. I bet you're glad to be out of that teaching game, Josh, mate. Fucking sucks, doesn't it? Teaching English. It's fucking so shit. Fucking hated it, mate. Really did, like, despise going into work. 93, 1992. Aluminium, mate. My Canadian mate heard me say aluminium for the first time and he went mental. I was like, I can't remember what it was. It was like, yeah, see the fucking aluminium's all like fucked over there, mate. And he went, what? I went, the aluminium, mate, like that can there, it's like burnt away. And he went, you gotta say aluminium. And I was like, yes, mate. You say aluminium. He's like, well, you don't say aluminum. And I'm like, no, mate, it's fucking aluminium. He's like, what? Like fucking blew his mind. Calm down, mate. I find it really hard to tell the difference between an American and a Canadian accent. And the American's going to be like, how can you even possibly say that? But to me, they're both just like, hey man, how's it going? Like, that double inflection. Where's this goon's head? Yeah, well, the Canadians talk like Americans, but spell like they should do. Don't they, right? They spell like Canadians got British spelling, but then they've got American, like they've got like, wow, to us, like they've got like they talk like an American. Can I get a cheeseburger? That's my American impression. A British and Australian accent can be almost identical. But I mean, the thing is just like in America, right? When you say British accent, there is no British accent because every city in Britain sounds completely different. Like people from like Newcastle and Manchester and all of this lot, like they sound completely different to me and they sound completely different to each other as well. So this idea of like a British accent is a kind of nebulous concept in itself. Loads of people think I'm bloody Australian. Especially like when I was in Japan, I'd get it all the time. Mainly from Americans. I was in Japan like 7 years, and it was like you could like it would happen every time I was at a bar. Somebody would come up to me and go, "Hey man, where in Australia are you from?" I'm like, "I'm fucking English, mate." I mean, I've had it even in Britain where people have said like on the phone, like, I'm like, "Hello," and they're like, "Are you like Australian or something?" I'm like, "No, mate, I'm from Portsmouth." No, mate, like, they all sound different. Bloody West Country and like, you know, Yorkshire, Scotland, like, you know, like Northern Ireland, like, you know, all of us have got like completely different accents, man. And like I said, like you go one city along, mate, there's a completely different accent. Unless you're like in like the Midlands. But even then, like it, you know, This sort of idea of like a British accent, like I said, really just doesn't exist. Unless it's like BBC English or whatever, which is like a fabrication for the radio. Because when the radio was invented, they realised that nobody could bloody understand each other. So they sort of formed that like RP British English or whatever it is. Because they say a Geordie's just going off on one. I can't understand a fucking word they're saying half the time. What's going on here? Where are you from, Voltage? But when you say deeper into England, I mean, bearing in mind how small our country is, I don't really get what you mean into deeper into England, do you know what I mean? I'm on the coast. But like, you know, I could be in the centre of this, I could be in the centre of England, like, in 2 hours, you know what I mean? I just need to drive above London. London doesn't count as England, by the way, that's a foreign country there. London's just London. It's a fucking shithole these days. Yeah, well, you lived here for a bit, didn't you, Josh? Like Crown of Commander, right? I can get in from India for this. What does that mean? Dave Doggo, mate, I bet you'd look a prize prat in some army. So you're charging across the Barcelona rampart. 94, 95, 92. Come on, I'm getting fed up with this now. Oh, mate, London's awful, mate. London is... No, mate, like, the London that you used to know doesn't even exist anymore, mate. And, like I said, London's just expensive and full of twats. Sorry if you're from London or live in London, but, you know, I'm afraid that's the majority opinion, I'm afraid. Unless you live in London, then, of course, it's the best city in the world. Cara, if you're going to be a substitute teacher, my advice would be don't. Seriously, I'm sorry. Don't do it, man. $92. My missus was going on about moving out to the countryside. I was like, piss off, man. I don't want to fucking live in the countryside. But then again, I do wonder about like British countryside compared to like American countryside or something. Like, you know, like huge country, like, you know, nobody for like miles around. British countryside, mate, you're only going to be 15 minutes. Doesn't matter where you are, you're only going to be like 15 minutes away from a supermarket, doesn't it? Right, unless you're in like the Scottish Highlands or something, right? It's going to be real difficult to get that far away or that far out. Why does the guy from Turkey want to live in England, mate? Or he wants to live in London? Don't see the appeal of London, mate. Everything's expensive. You're probably going to get stabbed. Like... Get charged 12 quid a day just to drive your car. Sod that. "15-minute city thing." What is the 15-minute city thing? I've heard about this before. Somebody was mentioning it. Somebody said about a 15-minute city thing. Is it? Can somebody enlighten me what the 15-minute city? I know what it is already. I've heard about it, but I'm just being dumb. I can't remember. I didn't really like Oxford when I went there. It was alright. It was better than Peterborough or something like that, but I didn't like any of the bars or anything because it's like full of like posh twats. Surprisingly. I think we went there when there was like some university thing going on. You see, like, on paper that sounds great, doesn't it? Like, oh yeah, you only have to travel 15 minutes for everything, but it's like, I don't know, man. Do you get like penalised if you travel further though? Because, you know, if you get penalised for wanting to go further afield, then basically it's just gilded prison, isn't it? Oh, I've got everything 15 minutes away from me. Why do I need to leave the city anymore? You're like, because there's a whole world out there, mate. That's why. Oh, God. Oh, look, we got a new follower there. Look, my nan paints better than you. It's been a while. I wonder who that could be. I do appreciate these sock accounts that you make, though, Dave Doggo, just to further a joke and give me random extra followers that are all some sort of derivative of your nan. Legoland ain't in London, is it? It's like in Windsor, isn't it? Pretty sure Legoland's in Windsor. Am I right, chaps? Am I wrong? What's roll out the barrel? You're going to have to explain what roll out the barrel is for a start. Right, we've almost got a completed Seraphim there. I'm just going to go and shove him onto the, put him onto the shelf of Purgatory outside, where commissions languish for years. And then apparently we can build some like Lizard Man Warrior here as well with like the spare parts. So what do we need? 50. Where's his body? What number's his body? Oh, 53. 53, 33, 65, 60. Okay. 53, I know. 33, 54. It is 53. Alright, Josh, mate, thanks for popping in, man. It was a pleasure, mate. It's not like a massively exciting stream today, it's just been tidying up and fixing things. Like I said, now that the squig hogs are done, we can move on with our lives now. Start painting fun things. Maybe not necessarily fun, but at least different. 53, 33. 65, 64. I'm going to need a snack after this, ladies and gents. What should I go for? $54, 55. No, only 33. Where's 33? Can't be hiding that far. I reckon lizard men might actually be on the list of pork pie, just randomly shouting it out there. What are you talking about University Challenge anyway, Dave Doggo? Ah, yes. That makes sense now. I asked a question and you answered it. That's generally how things work, isn't it? Yeah, pork pie. If I had one, I wouldn't mind, actually. Don't mind a pork pie, man. Got to be sparing with those, though, because they're bloody heavy. I remember when I was like younger, like my mum would be like, "Oh no, you shouldn't eat pork pies, and they're terrible for you. Like, you know, they're disgusting." And obviously, being a kid, you know what I mean? I just assumed they were horrible, and it's like, it wasn't until like I was kind of like adult-ish, and I ate one and went, "That's all right." What the fuck was she talking about? Peanut butter pancake tacos. That sounds like a horror story, mate. Why would anyone eat that? Not a big fan of peanut butter, to be honest. I don't mind like satay if it's like on chicken and stuff like that, like the peanut like that, but like actual peanut butter, nah. I don't need that in my life. I remember thinking when I was a kid I used to eat it. Excuse me. Smoked kipper and a beer again, mate. I'd love that. In fact, I might have a beer after this, actually. That does sound good. Unfortunately, I don't have any smoked kippers in the fridge, mate. And also, it's probably a bit late to be stinking the house out, cooking fish, you know what I mean? It's like 11:20. But yeah, I wouldn't mind some kippers actually. What other suspiciously British food are you going to mention? You've mentioned pork pies, kippers. What else? I'm sure you're dying to bust out some more British food knowledge. Thing is that a lot of food like that, man, like kids these days won't eat it. They're all too busy eating fried chicken, mate. Like, or Nando's or something. Like, you know, you go past like a chicken place and it's absolutely rammed with young'uns. Or like Five Guys or somewhere shit like that. And it's like, mate, like, what the fuck happened, man? Like, everyone just eats complete rubbish now. Mate, again, you keep saying all these like really lush food, but I had a Sunday. Oh, well, it was Sunday yesterday, right? Went to Carvery yesterday. Went to Toby Carvery, and I ended up having roast beef and roast turkey. I don't know why I got the roast turkey though, because I immediately regretted it. My missus got roast pork and like beef and stuff like that, and I was like, why the fuck did I pick shitty turkey when I could have had like roast pork or like gammon or lamb or something? Like, what dumbass. Cheese toasty, that's a good idea. Cheese toasty is sounding like the potential winner. At the moment, anyway.
My guards may sleep and my ships may rest at anchor. Our foes know full well that big guns never tire. My guards may sleep and my ships may rest.
What was that? You hitting the sack, are you, Colossus? Well, thanks for joining us anyway, my man. Pleasure as always. There we are. Fast approaching the end of the stream now. Once we put this little geezer together, he's got a nice tactical rock there. I don't mind a good tactical rock every now and then, but this one seems really pointless. Age of Sigma model? Yes, mate. It is Age of Sigma, McPherson. See the message I sent you earlier, man? I sent you a message on Discord. I sent you the specs of this coal-driven PC, if you can do anything with this one that I'm using at the moment. And tomorrow I'll send you the specs of the real old PC downstairs that I use for the music streams. And also, does anyone regulars of the stream notice that the stream's looking a bit better today? Have you noticed a difference? Do you not think the image is a bit sharper? I think it's looking pretty crisp now, lads. Yeah, I mean, gaming PC is the loosest term you could possibly call that thing, man. I was literally thinking maybe I'll just buy a PC on tick. There's no way I could afford like, you know, I've never bought anything on finance before, but I mean, you know, it's, you know, I think buying a PC is like literally it's the hub of everything I do. Like, you know, I don't watch normie TV or anything, do I? So it's not like, you know, it's never going to get used or anything. And like, you know, maybe it'd be worth just going the finance route. Like I said, I've never done it before though. I've always bought everything like outright. I've never bought like a car on finance or anything like that. You know what? Krispy Kreme Sprite 69. I was thinking this the other day. I was going to say, like, I don't understand why everyone loves Krispy Kreme. They're just donuts, and they're not like like blow your mind donuts. They're just like donuts. I don't get why people like go, oh my god, Krispy Kreme donuts. I just don't understand it at all. Can anyone clarify the love of Krispy Kreme donuts for me? What don't I get about it? Like, it's just a sweet donut with a load of marketing behind it. Is that what I don't get? I didn't get marketed to correctly. Now, why would you need 5 stories of donut? Tell me, damn it! Right. So on that bombshell of 5-story Krispy Kreme donuts, I think we can call today a success. So we've successfully, you know, we've proven that the new stream setup works. And the new stream setup essentially just being that I've changed the camera program and moved some of the lights around to make my life a little bit easier. But I think we're definitely looking, I think the stream's definitely looking much better using this i5 or i4, whatever you call it, program instead of Droidcam. I am definitely a convert to this because the picture is so much more crisper. Like the actual... But that's decent, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? You could spend loads of money on an SLR and it still wouldn't look that good. You know what, McPherson? I like that answer. I like that answer a lot. That sounds about right to me. I've tried OBS. This is OBS, mate. Like, this is OBS. When I first started, everyone was like, "Oh, you got to use Streamlabs, blah 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 blah," and then like, once I got confident with streaming, I was like, "This Streamlabs, like, it's like really bloated." Like, you know, I was just thinking, like, why is it doing all of this shit? It doesn't need to do. And then I found out it was basically just running on OBS. So I was like, well, looked at OBS. I was like, mate, that's OBS is for me, man. Like, you know, Streamlabs can sod off. Yeah, so like I said, it's just changing the, I said, because I can't afford like some SLR 400-500 quid camera. Like I said, I mean, I can't, like, I need a decent PC first. I can't spend it on a camera. And realistically, look at the detail, man. Oh yeah, you guys just got a bit of a shock there, mate. Yeah, anyways. Yeah. You'll put a Space Crusade Orc with some little kid's classic paint job on it. Alright, Voltage. I'm out as well, so, you know, hopefully we'll see you again, mate. Like I said, I'm streaming on YouTube regularly now, guys, so I'll be streaming on YouTube and Twitch, so whichever one you want to frequent, please do so. And you'll know what sort of times. 8-ish. And I'm actually I've got so many commissions at the moment, I'm thinking I'm actually going to write a schedule, which is a step in the right direction for the stream, I think. Then people can actually see the schedule and go, okay, maybe I'll watch that. Because at the moment, people just turn up as and when, just like me. So, anyways. Anyways, chaps. So what did we do today? We completed we finally ended the reign of terror of the Khorne Squig Orks, and they will no longer have any power over my life. I'll be posting them.
Plasma gun, Dreadnought.
Exactly, mate. I'll be posting them Wednesday. I'm gonna try and book them to be gone by Wednesday, man. They just get them out of here, mate. Get them out of my life. So that I can just look forward to painting something that is not a Squig Hog. And then let's get back to regular streaming now the Squig Hogs are done, because they have really, really, really dragged me down over the past 6 months trying to get those done. They've just always been a back of my head. Tomorrow we're going to hit up the Oliphant. That's going to be fun, isn't it? That's a fun, good big centerpiece, right? Not just shitty Squig Hogs. That's it. That's what we've got to look forward to. We've got a nice new looking stream. We've got Squig Hogs, we've got Trogoffs, we've got a Lionel Johnson potentially. We've got some Stern Guard along with a Vindicator and some Slam. So yeah, we've got some exciting stuff to paint. Some fun stuff. Take care of each other. Bye-bye. Oh, no, hit the record button. No. Bye-bye.